Hi everyone, thank you for joining me. I want to welcome you back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a one-page layout that I did put together using the pattern November from Little Scraps of Heaven Designs. Kind of all over with my scrapbooking and everything, and I apologize. I finally got some my coffin treat boxes done for my great nephew, so get on to some other things that I need to be working on. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started here. Get to my photo mats and I'll share with you what I did here. I'm using up, paper from my stash, as you can see, and using some border strips out of the paper and trying to use up the paper in different ways. So get this out of the way. I'm starting with just a 12-inch square piece of paper. I use this is from DCWV, I believe. Might be Coordinations, I'm not sure, I don't remember, but the back is white, so that makes me think it's Coordinations. This one too is the same, and I don't like it to paper piece as well, but it gives a good foundation for scrapbooking pages for me, as I like them a little more sturdy. So anyway, my border strips, 12 inches long, and this one's about 2 3/8 inch wide. This is the border strip, one of them from the actual paper. It's from Echo Park. And then I just inked all my edges, including this background piece. And this ended up being about 2 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and get that glued down. I love this background piece, this color also, but rather than cut into another piece, I'm just using, like I said, the paper to my advantage here. So otherwise I'd have to find green and everything also for my border strips. So just centering this in there. Excuse my reach. Forgot, I thought I had everything, but I do on a bone folder here. Oh, excuse me, allergies are in full swing all of a sudden. It's starting to really cool off, and yeah, you can tell. I haven't had the air conditioner on for a few days, and last night was the first night I slept without a fan on, so it's a huge difference. I'm going to just pull my paper down a little bit. I don't want to move my mat because I know where it is to stay in frame. But what I'm doing is using my mat as a guide to get this at 1/4 inch from the top. And that is specifically because of the piece that goes in the middle. It just fits with everything I'm doing, so I have to have this at 1/4 inch. And I apologize, I can see the camera's moving. I'm gonna try to be more careful here. Sorry about that. Okay. So then what I need to do, so I can get everything measured and layered right, I want to put in this piece, and this just butts up right to that. It's not going to overlap or anything anyway. And I cut it off so, because there was a angled piece at the bottom, and I cut it so it's not over. I mean, there's at least 1/4 inch at the bottom. So yes, I do use paper in strange ways. Sometimes it may seem, but again, I'm just trying to use that paper that I have. I'm not buying any new unless it's that I might need some solid cardstock, and which is highly doubtful. But I go bug my sister first before I go buy anything. In fact, I borrowed some Halloween cardstock from her just because I didn't have any, or very little, I should say any. She's got plenty of paper she'll never use. So, all's good. Excuse me. Apologize. Okay, then I have this bottom border piece, and I know there's a little jagged edge that's going to get covered up. My turkey. This is from a border piece from Kiwi Lane Designs. So that will go. What it's designed to do is just cover up this little, just barely nick the edge to cover that up. So I'm placing this also at 1/4 inch at the bottom to, match it up between the two. So I'm going to get this glued down. I should have had this done. I apologize. Had this layout done for a little bit, and then I all of a sudden realized, I got to get those coffin treat boxes done because I didn't know how long they would take me. And then it gives my niece ample time to get them filled, and I don't know when their school will be doing things for Halloween, if they'll still be in school. But anyway, that way she can get them delivered and do whatever she needs. Excuse me, so sorry. Okay, so then this will just cover up that edge piece. It all works. So that applied. I had a lot of amazing, awesome comments on my Halloween treat boxes, the coffin treat boxes, whatever you want to say. I was overwhelmed. There's very simple, very easy to make. Biggest thing was putting everything together. The paper piecing took a little bit of time, some of them, but when I'm doing it for the kids, it's always a labor of love, I say. Okay, my turkey piece is about 11 inches long after he's all paper pieced. And I did do some embossing, some dry embossing on different pieces just to give it a little more dimension. I don't know if it'll show, but the white part of the title, between the white and the black, I did pop up on one layer of foam tape, and then to make everything fit well, the little, his wings, I guess it would be, they're popped up on foam tape, and so are the leaves, just to make it all lay flat. So I'm going to get that put down. And if you see any pencil marks on the backs of my paper pieces, if you're new to my channel, I do that so I know which side is the back side, since it's really sometimes hard to tell, and sometimes it can make a difference as to how the pieces go together. It really can matter. So I know that sounds strange, but it does. And this turkey, I'm going to show you a hint in a moment, but I want to get this glued down. I had it so it would be between the 1/2 inch marks, are pretty close with the end of the leaf tip and the pumpkin here. So let me get this down. This turkey is really easy to do the wings. Just lay this first one down, straight up and down, and then the tips start all matching at the back. I should have showed you, I apologize, but so when you put them on, the bottom tips will all come together. Worked wonderful. I was so worried about putting that crazy turkey together. Sometimes they don't always excuse me, sometimes the feathers don't work properly for me. So okay, let's go on to the photo mats and I'll get going here. This is initially 5 inches square, and then it's just would be, I think it's 1/8 of an inch down. Yeah, it's 1/8 of an inch down each layer. And then I just added some ribbon in this flower, and if you can tell, this is open, so you can do whatever there. This is actually for me, by the way, but just thought I'd show you. That's just what I'm doing for mine. This is a little sticker from the paper pack. Trying to use these stickers and things more often, so just put a little bit of glue there so everything holds, and then I just matted it and just trying to get it somewhat straight and hold it a moment here. This is quick dry glue, but it's not as quick as like the art glitter glue, which I actually do appreciate. Ugh, getting glue everywhere as I got too much. It's the one thing I sometimes struggle with. I get too much glue because it's thicker. I'll come back and I think it's gonna be okay to get it off. See, everything is falling out of my little holder there. I want to do it now because otherwise I tend to forget to come back and do it. So this is just an adhesive eraser for those of you who maybe have not seen one. Wonderful product. Okay, sorry about that. Excuse me. Okay, and then another sticker from my stash. Put this more toward the bottom. Maybe not as much, and then put it along here. I did my ribbon a little bit different on this side. Just holding that down so I can get it. Make sure it sticks good. This also is, don't have a piece of paper too close. It's also, you know, it's loose on both sides. The photo can go under the ribbon. You get the idea. Okay, I'm gonna put this on. I'm going to figure out how to get this straight. I'm not exactly sure here. Just lay my ruler on and edge it along the top. And for those of you wonderful people who can use a tape runner and make this work and get it all straight, kudos. I have a tape runner. It's sitting over here on my table very close, and I used it yesterday again and just about threw it out the window. I can't make it. I know how to use it and everything. I just hate it. Just because, oops. I'm okay with my mat being crooked here, or my paper. Oops, gotta go up. Making sure my ruler stays straight. Anyway, I get it stuck down too quick. I don't know what I do, but I have a lot of problems when I try to use my tape runner, so that's why I use liquid glue. Okay, and so this one I'm going to use from the top. Again, excuse me, I had to get all my junk out of the way there. Not exactly sure where this is going to go to measure. I don't want them even just because this is higher and that's lower, and I don't have everything straight across, so you have to look at things more. Brings your attention to things, I think, if you stagger a little bit, but that's just my opinion. Don't go by me. Okay, and there you have it, my finished layout. Again, very quick, just a way to use a border possibly if you have a different type of border. But I want to thank you all for joining me. If you liked the video, please leave a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you haven't already. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Take care.